Hello, everybody. Testing the audio levels. And here we are, ready for the live stream. Welcome to the Average Pundits channel, your home for all things Premier League. And today we've got another live stream for you after the success of last week's live stream where we saw Crystal Palace beat Manchester United 3-1, which was discussed on this week's podcast. So if you haven't gone and checked that out, make sure you go after this to make sure that you catch up on all of the content from the Average Pundits. Go on YouTube for the Average Pundits. Make sure you go and subscribe. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of 2020. We're 19 subscribers away from 100 subscribers, so that's going to be really cool to hit if we get that before 2020. So before the end of 2020. Sorry. So and also, I forgot to almost plug the Spotify as well and the Apple podcast as well. So make sure you go and subscribe or follow on there. So you can listen on the go and anywhere. Just download them to your phone and you can listen to them on the bus, socially distanced from your friends, at barbecues, if you get bored of your family. So make sure you go and watch or listen. So today, we've got as you can see by the graphic surrounding me, we have Chelsea versus West Brom today. It's going to be an interesting game to follow, because of it's West Brom and Chelsea. Chelsea have one of the best sides in the league. On paper, that is. On paper, Chelsea have the best side one of the best sides in the league. They got Timo Werner. They have Kai Havertz. They just brought in Thiago Silva. They brought in Mendy from Rennes in France. So it's going to be awesome to see how they get on. West Brom, obviously the new promoted club, coming up to the Premier League alongside Leeds and Fulham. For those that want to know where myself and my broadcast colleague and brother-in-arms Joseph Brody put West Brom and all the the promoted clubs that came up from the Championship. If you want to see where we put those, we did a special where we predict everything that's going to happen in this Premier League season. Also, we did something with the boys at Total Sport to just do some predictions over there, give our insight to the Total Sport lot, and just go and see where we put West Brom. I can sit here and tell you after the first game or first couple of games that Leeds have had, they look pretty good, and my prediction seems pretty solid as well. So, the Total Sport guys are here. Hello. Oh, it's lovely that you popped by, Chris and Haas and the rest of the gang. Absolutely wonderful guys. They just hit 1,000 subscribers as well. So, massive congratulations to them, and thank you. On the topic of the Total Sport guys. They were one of the the big names that featured on the Average Pundits podcast over the last 12 months, and we can finally say 12 months as you might have seen yesterday. It was the anniversary of the Average Pundits. Our first podcast was released on the 25th of September 2019, and I mean, look where we are now, 81 subscribers, heading towards that 100 subscriber mark, and this was sent through the mail for the birthday of the Average Pundits. It's a little a FIFA card, so to speak, of the Average Pundits that my dad sent through. So thank you so much to my dad that has sent this through, and he says we're icons. So that it's pretty amazing to see. 99 stats on everything. We're the most overpowered card in the game. But yeah, it's a nice happy birthday gift for us, and this will make another feature at some point. That'll go nicely in an office space if it gets to the point where I can get an office. So yeah, thank you to everybody that's featured on the channel. whether that just be at the beginning with Sam, Al, and Dom, or whether that be the Total Sport guys that came in and did an episode with us. So it's always nice to feature some channels, and also come in and actually feature on someone else's channel. So if anyone wants, either me or Joe or both of us, in fact, if I had a card, it would be Zero Vision. I know, right? James Rodriguez is brilliant. He's been absolutely amazing. Speaking of amazing, I have had my wonderful assistant bring me a tea. You love to see it, really. Your match day brew, you need that so that you can actually carry on talking for 2 hours non-stop. So I wonder how certain people do this on the regular, like every day. How do you talk every single day for like 2 hours? Like it's absolutely insane to me. But I mean, I'm going to take a sip of my tea right now because my throat's already getting dry. Marvellous. Oh, you know what I haven't even done? You guys can't even really see my face properly, so let me just fix that quickly. There is something that needs to be plugged in. And incoming Christmas tree light. Boom. Oh, that's bright. Hello. So you can see my face a little bit better. There we go. Oh, that makes me look a bit orange there. Donald Trump vibes. So who's ready for the Chelsea game? It's gonna be an interesting one for sure. I'm looking forward to seeing Thiago Silva come in. I think he's gonna be more solid than we all think. I reckon. Willy Caballero is starting. A score prediction. Ooh, that is a good question. I mean, it's a very interesting lineup for Chelsea. I don't see West Brom scoring. I can't lie. Although they were involved in a big game last week. I think it was a 7-goal thriller. So I think score prediction wise, I reckon 2-0 to Chelsea. That might be the way to go for it. If anyone else has any score predictions, make sure you stick it in the chat. Any opinions or questions, definitely stick them in the chat as well. We want to encourage some, just some interaction here. Make sure that I'm just not talking to myself for the entirety of the live stream. So, which is exactly what I did on the first live stream that I ever did on Instagram Live. I just spoke to myself and Mr. Singh, the OG live stream watcher for the average pundits. But 3-1 to West Bromwich Albion from the Total Sport. Who's man in the who scores for West Brom? It can't be like no, I can't see it. Can't see it happening. I'm trying to wrap my brain around that. Although this is coming from someone who says that James Rodriguez was going to be the worst signing for Everton, so bad predictions come already. Who would the goals come from in a 3-1? I don't ever see West Brom scoring 3 goals in any game this season. So unless they completely prove us wrong and their bad start has just been for nothing. So 4-1 to Chelsea by Chancellor Wright. I could get behind that one. Chelsea could score a lot of goals. They have the attacking firepower. They're starting both Timo Werner and Tammy Abraham. Diangana hat-trick. Haters gonna hate from the Total Sport guys. Now, I mean, Diangana isn't the worst in the world. I'll give you that. But he's no Timo Werner, and he's no. I do see West Brom maybe scoring a goal then. I might have been wrong, but at least they don't have a Kepa problem, which was their big problem going forth. So they've swapped out Kepa for Caballero, and I think that's a good decision, in my opinion. But yeah, if anyone else has any more predictions, make sure you stick them in the live chat. If you want to share this around as well, make sure you get some people in and get more people round. You know, get more people inside the group, and hopefully grow the channel as well. As I keep saying, heading for 100 subscribers by the end of 2020, and by the looks of it, it could happen. We're only well at the moment. I think we are only 19 away, which is phenomenal. 19 away from 100, guys. Let's see if we can. Oh, you know, as we're 18 now. We've just had a subscriber. I'll need to check who that is. If my app will tell me, but. Chancellor Wright, thank you so much for subscribing. We really do appreciate it. I hope that you are able to stick around. Ooh, Mose Javed, sorry. I apologise if I get your name wrong. I'm really bad with pronunciation, as you see. I have a slight stutter, which kind of impacts, like a speech impediment, so it kind of impacts the way I pronounce things sometimes. So. Love this channel. Chelsea are serious Premier League title contenders. I do think they are. The reason that they're held back slightly is just because of their team chemistry. It's just because of they brought so many players in that the last season's team chemistry is going to be affected. You know, they got Tammy Abraham, who is maybe a bit disgruntled that he's not got that starting striker position. Although, again, like I just said, with Chelsea's squad, they have both Timo Werner and Tammy Abraham starting, so I think that they definitely will challenge for the title. It's just a matter of time, really. Before, I mean, maybe not this season, but next season for sure. I think they've got such a good squad. I think they're one world-class goalkeeper away. You know, you see teams like Liverpool and Man City, who you had the two Brazilian goalkeepers come into the Premier League. You see those types of keepers. They impact your season, so I think Chelsea are definitely going to be title contenders. Chancellor Wright, who do you think will score for Chelsea today? I think the Timo and Tammy connection is going to be really good. I can see West Brom conceding a corner. You know what, Reece James could bang a goal in. I'm going to go for Timo Werner. Timo Werner 2, and then I'm gonna say is Jorginho playing? Because if Jorginho's playing, I will say Jorginho penalty. Let me just have a look quickly. Sorry, he's not. So who's on penalty duty? No one knows. You know, I'll give it to Andreas Christensen from a corner. I think I'll change my prediction now. I think I'll go for 3-1. Yeah, you know what? I'll match Total Sport score, but flip it, and go 3-1 Chelsea. I think 2 for Timo Werner, both assisted by Kai Havertz or Tammy Abraham, and then a corner whipped in onto the head of Andreas Christensen for the Chelsea for the next Chelsea goal. West Brom, I can see Chelsea conceding another a set piece as well. Goal scorer, it could be Dean Garner. Salah Sumro, I again apologise if I get your names wrong. Please do pardon the speech impediment. That does kind of make me I don't know. I don't exactly know what it is, but I do support a football team. If you've been around the channel for long enough, for those watching, I support Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool fan. The first ever game that was live streamed around here was Liverpool versus Leeds on Instagram Live. So I was watching that game. I'm a bit annoyed of where Liverpool are. I will continue my Liverpool rant in a second. After I answer Chancellor Wright, Are Chelsea currently in the top 5 in the standings? Of course they are. Of course they are. With a team like that, there's no way that you're not in the top 5 in the Premier League. I'm guessing it was the Premier League that you're on about. Top 4. I think Chelsea could get top 4 this season. I think Liverpool and Man City will definitely be the teams fighting for the top 2 positions. But then you got Chelsea and Manchester United right there. I mean, the Manchester United rant. I don't even think I can go into that. How lucky they were today to get away with a win. Brighton, I thought they were going to draw. Right at the death, they get a penalty, which is annoying. But yeah, Chelsea definitely the top 5 in the league. I'd say even top 4, maybe even top 3, depending on if they can outdo Manchester United this year. I definitely see Chelsea getting top 4 no matter what, unless they have a lot of injuries to these key players like Kai Havertz, Timo Werner. If they get another goalkeeper, I can see them pushing for the title. But they've just brought in Mendy, so I don't think they want to invest in that. They want to make sure that he feels comfortable, but I don't think Mendy has the attributes of a world-class keeper yet. MM11, mate, I'm an Arsenal fan. Oh, I feel bad for you. Even just those few words there, I feel so sorry for you. So bad. I want to see is when the Premier League will happen. Also, will we get hammered by Liverpool by Anfield? I think Arsenal definitely need a rebuild. When you're looking at that Arsenal team, you've brought in 2 centre back. I mean, William Saliba's now basically a new signing because you sent him out on loan because I think it was Saint Etienne. They only sold him to you so they could loan him back for the season. So he's a brand new signing, and obviously Gabriel. I think you guys could have really benefited from getting Ryan Fraser from Bournemouth or Aubameyang. If he left, I think that would have been a nightmare for Arsenal. But I don't know. I mean, when you say Liverpool would hammer Arsenal, I think you forget that you beat Liverpool in the. I wouldn't say you're your most hated team. You've got some of the most hated fans in Arsenal fan TV. Like some of those guys are just not liked in the slightest. But I wouldn't say banter FC. I think maybe you do get bantered a lot, but it is more to do with some of the supporters. I mean, personally, I love Dani Ceballos. I think he's a world-class player. Those guys. I think you sort of your centre-back partnering did not help you. He did not help you. Have you been watching Chelsea in the EFL Cup? And is our Arsenal their most heated rival? I think it's a triangle at the moment as far as the London teams. When it comes to Chelsea, I think when it comes to the London teams, you sort of discard Crystal Palace, you sort of discard Fulham, you discard Crystal Palace, and who else? West Ham as well. So with Tottenham and Arsenal, it's sort of an equal thing. I think Arsenal are at a level now where it's sort of Tottenham and Arsenal are the most heated. Chelsea are sort of slightly above, so they're bigger rivals. I would say. I would probably say Manchester United are a bigger rival, but then when it comes to game time, you're fighting for the pride of London. I think that is definitely, yeah. But also, yeah, Chelsea in the EFL Cup being Barnsley. Was it Barnsley 6-0? Kai Havertz with a hat trick. He looked very good. He looked very sharp. Although it was against Barnsley, who are EFL Championship or League One or something. They're nothing too special, but to put away 6 goals is really good. So yeah, it is fantastic. So if you guys are new around here, make sure you do subscribe, please. We're on the road to 100 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you that are in here. If anybody has a question, I'll be more than happy to answer it because I really love interacting with you guys. So have you seen Arsenal in their glory days? I was growing up around the Van Persie era. I think I was a bit too young for Thierry Henry. But Van Persie, oh my goodness. Mason Greenwood right now reminds me of Robin Van Persie, for sure. But yeah, Thierry Henry was sort of, when I started getting into football, Thierry Henry had made his way to the MLS around that time. So yeah, that was a really good question, MM11. So thank you. But yeah, everyone's seen. I don't know if you. I'm from England, so we have something on Sky Sports called Premier League Years, and it goes back and shows you previous Premier League seasons and shows you the games and the highlights, and that's how I got to know a lot of the players that I sort of got drawn to. Everyone's seen the highlight packages of Bergkamp and everything. So yeah, it was a really good question. Another one from MM11. Thoughts on Luis Suarez to Atletico Madrid? Now, I might be the opposite of everyone else here. Like, people might be thinking, oh, why did they sell him? I understand why Ronald Koeman would sell Luis Suarez, because he's not young anymore. I think Ronald Koeman wants to start from scratch. I think Ronald Koeman wants to start from scratch. I think Ronald Koeman wants to start fresh, young, and that would be amazing for them. So, if you start investing more in young players, more, just better, I think. So, yeah, Luis Suarez to Atletico Madrid makes sense for Barcelona. It's probably really upsetting for Luis Suarez. Him used to be playing for Liverpool. He was amazing. So, I completely understand why he would feel disgruntled. It was his dream to play for Barcelona. It's strange that Atletico Madrid wanted to sign him up, but I guess transferring from team to team, bigger rivals, it's weird. But he's an aging player, and you can't help that. Chancellor Wright again with another great question. Do Chelsea play Tottenham or Arsenal soon in the schedule? That is something I can check for you right now. To be fair, I haven't had a look at any of the upcoming fixtures. So Chelsea play another London club next Saturday. They play Crystal Palace. Chelsea have Manchester United soon. It's quite a while. Okay, right. So you have to wait for a London derby until the 28th of November. Obviously, lockdown permitting. They play Tottenham Hotspurs at Stamford Bridge, so that's a big advantage for Chelsea. And then Boxing Day, the 26th of December, is where you play Arsenal at the Emirates. So Chelsea have Spurs. It's sort of later in the schedule, which is quite a shame, because I'd like to see Chelsea get their teeth stuck into another London team. Mose, I'm missing. Yeah, you know what? Again, this might be a bit of a controversial thing to say. I do rate Ozil. Ozil was great, and the key word there being was. Much like I just said with Luis Suarez, he's an aging player. But I do really rate what Mesut Ozil's doing. And that's sitting back and earning millions sitting on the bench. If you're sitting on the bench earning £400,000 a week, right, yeah, exactly right. So I'm going to pose this question to everyone. If you were earning the same amount as Mesut Ozil, yet you weren't getting selected, would you want out of the team, or would you just want to play? Would you want to play football, or would you want to stay at Arsenal and earn that much just without doing any effort and just training? I know I would. Earning what, £400,000 a week per week? In 3 weeks, you become a millionaire just sitting on the bench. So I'm pretty sure. I don't know about you guys. I would take the money and run, if I'm honest, without doing any of the running. Oh, take a sip of the drink now. The throat is getting very dry. But once again, thank you so much to everyone that's in here, everyone that's contributing. This is fantastic. I'm loving speaking to you guys. This is making me, my Saturday afternoon, wherever you guys are watching in the world. Also, one more subscriber. I don't know if anyone wants to, if anyone wants to, say if it was them in the comments, or or anything, but thank you so much. We really appreciate every single subscribe that we have. Genuinely, this channel's nothing without you guys. So to have those, to have people subscribe, to have people be notified of our hard work, it's amazing, really. Mo's again, or Moise. I am so sorry if I get your name wrong. Would the Premier League be boring without overseas play? Yes and no. I think we'd have a different style of football. I think we wouldn't have the fancy play of the likes of what we saw with Eden Hazard, Kevin De Bruyne, with some of the Brazilian guys, and sort of. I think we'd miss out on a lot of skillful players. We'd miss out on a lot of talent, and I think it would be a real shame for us not to have those those talents. But the English talent is very good. You see, if you're watching the game right now, you see Mason Mount coming out. We've got Tammy Abraham, a lot of Jadon Sancho over in the Bundesliga potentially coming to Manchester United. At the Average Pundits have heard through the grapevine that is it's just a moment of when Manchester United will make that decision to put more money across. But yeah, I think overseas players are key to making the Premier League what it is now. Otherwise, we wouldn't have Thierry Henry. We wouldn't have had Eden Hazard. We wouldn't have had Dennis Bergkamp. Wouldn't have had Mo Salah, Luis Suarez. All of these fantastic overseas players. You just love to see them, and I'm guessing a lot of kids growing up in the early 2000s would idolise Thierry Henry, and we wouldn't have had that. Chancellor Wright again. What is your all-time favourite Chelsea rivalry moment with Tottenham and Arsenal? That's a tough one. Me not being the big, I'm not a Chelsea fan, so I can't. I don't have like a photogenic brain that a Chelsea fan might. It might be Chelsea allowing Leicester to win the league by beating Tottenham. I think it was 2-0 Chelsea. Eden Hazard, I believe it was, allowing Leicester to win the league. I remember seeing the video of Jamie Vardy, everyone around Jamie Vardy's house, and they celebrated as the second goal went in. Salah, why do Spurs and Arsenal hate each other? I see them both good. Well, they hate each other because they're in the same part of London. Now, London is like north, east, south, and west. So you got the South London teams, and North London. The North London derby is Arsenal and Spurs, and that's why they hate each other so much. Is because they're so close together, and it's sort of territory. So that's kind of why they dislike each other so much, and it's more to do with the fans, I think, that hate each other, because you get Spurs and Arsenal fans in each in the north. So yeah, that is why Spurs and Arsenal have such a hatred for each other, and I think that's why the hatred for Chelsea from both teams isn't as strong, because I'm not sure if Chelsea are in that area. So yeah, that is why. That to answer your question, Salah, of why Arsenal and Spurs hate each other. Have you guys watched the Tottenham documentary on Amazon Prime, or have you guys not got Amazon Prime? If not, I do recommend it. It's fantastic. It's brilliant. We are just about to get underway here at the Hawthorns. I said the Hawthorns in last week's stream when we were at Selhurst Park, so I was trying to get it right in my head before the live stream, and making sure I don't say Selhurst Park in this one, and making sure it is the Hawthorns. So were Chelsea nothing before Brom in 2003? How did they become? Yeah, they became a lot more popular in 2000. When the takeover happened. They did have Gianfranco Zola. They had a lot of good players. They had Ruud Gullit. There's another Johnson. Johnson was brilliant. But as soon as the money came in, I think that's when a lot of Chelsea fans were born. Chelsea really didn't have a lot of history before Roman's takeover. I mean, I wasn't really a football fan until maybe 2005, so I was not really. I've always pretty much thought Chelsea were a big team until I watched things like Premier League years and actually did my research as to the actual history of Chelsea and other teams that were in the Premier League that are big now. So, and as respect goes, the players on the pitch are taking the knee for respect of those black lives that have been lost tragically in America due to brutality. And as it starts with the no room for racism in the Premier League, that is a big statement that we should all be sharing right now. But yeah, we've gained 2 subscribers in the time of this live stream starting. So to those that are watching that have subscribed, thank you so much. We are now 17 away from 100 subscribers. Actually, it might be 16 now. But yeah, thank you to every single one of you that subscribed. But yeah, we are underway here. If anyone has seen Chelsea's kit that they're wearing today, they look like Crystal Palace, don't they? They look an awful lot like Crystal Palace. So I will be updating the scores over here or over here somewhere when the scores do go live. What is your favourite Liverpool versus Arsenal match in recent years? Yours was the 4-1 at the Emirates. That's a good question, actually. How if you don't mind me asking, how recent are we saying here? Can I class 2008 as recent? Because if so, I'll have to go with the 4-4. The 4-4. I think it was in the Champions. Yeah, the 4-4 game where Andrea. I mean, even as a Liverpool fan, you got to admit, Andrea Arshavin was fantastic in that game. What a player he was. But yeah, I think that was a very exciting game. The FA Cup game was weird, where we scored a lot of goals. I think there was so many goals that went to penalties. That was quite the game too. So, but yeah, the 4-1 Emirates one in 2015. That was very exciting as well. Liverpool were not great back then. 2015 was a dark period for Liverpool, just coming off the back of a really bad season. Actually, no, off the back of a really good season, but we missed out on the Premier League by drawing to Crystal Palace and Gerrard slipping. What Salah does not get is how Arsenal have no league titles and Champions Leagues. I mean, you have league titles. You have you've won the Premier League. Well, Arsenal. Sorry, I'm not sure of who you support, but. Oh wait, no, you did say you're. Did you say you're an Arsenal fan? Or was it someone else? Sorry, my mistake. Arsenal have they went invincible in 2003, 2004, or 2003. Yeah, there you go. You're an Arsenal fan. Marvelous. Yeah, Arsenal. Yeah, they went invincible. They have a league title. They don't have the Champions Leagues as well. They got close, but they got knocked out with. I think they got to a final, if I'm not mistaken. Was it the 2006 final, where they unfortunately lost to Barcelona? Because I remember Arsenal were wearing their yellow kit. Oh, Callum Robinson has just scored for West Brom. No way. Callum Robinson opens up the scoring inside 4 minutes. Well done. Well done to the young guy. It was so bad. Oh, that was horrendous defending by Marcus Alonso. Put through to Callum Robinson. What a finish. Well, what did I say? Well, you did say that. Yes, Chancellor, right. West Brom have already scored. I'm gonna have to update the graphic here. Callum Robinson sticks it in the net. Boom, there we go. 1-0 at the Hawthorns. Wow. That is a sight to behold. Goodness me, Chelsea have caved in, to quote Martin Tyler. It's insane. That's really insane. There goes. I mean, I did say that West Brom were going. I've changed my prediction, by the way. It's now 3-1. So, um, Chelsea have a free kick now. Mason Mount looks like he's going to step over it. Marcus Alonso and Mason Mount are stepping over it. Chris, we already knew that you were a football genius, so that comment was just redundant. Um, if the other guys in the chat don't already know, go and check out Total Sport, and you'll realise why Chris Stott. I have got a really bad stutter when it comes to my S's. Chris Stondage is a football genius. Salah didn't. Oh, you didn't get into football until after the World Cup in 2010. I think that was like my earliest World Cup memory. I don't really remember much of the 2006 World Cup. I just remember being devastated when England got knocked out. Got knocked out of the by Rooney stamping someone in the groin. Ooh, someone just got bashed in the face by Mount's free kick. Ouch. But yeah, the World Cup 2010. Everyone remembers where they were when Lampard scored. I know for England fans, anyways. Everyone knows where they were when Lampard scored against Germany. So, beautiful finish by Callum Robinson, man. Chris saying sub to us. Of course, subscribe to Total Sport. They've got so many great interviews, and there's so much great content. Chris, also good luck with university. It's tough right now with everything. So Neil before Klopp. I know Lampard didn't score, but he did. If VAR was back in 2010, we'd be talking about England winning the World Cup. I'm telling you that now. No, I'm kidding, obviously. But Salah. So is YouTube your full-time job? I'm a uni student. Myself, and my broadcast colleague Joe. We are both university students, and we're doing journalism. We're journalism students. We go to university, and this is how we started the podcast. Really. We started the podcast in our first year, and then we started a new one called the Average Pundits podcast, and that's exactly what we are. We are average pundits. That's exactly what we brand ourselves. We don't exactly want to label ourselves as professionals, because that's we're two uni students talking nonsense about football. But so is anyone at that point. So, YouTube is sort of what we started our platform on. If you want, you can also listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You're in your first year at uni, and you're living at home. No, that's not bad. Why is it? That's not bad at all. I think with everything that's going on, I think you've taken the safe option, because if you were to get stuck at university, you wouldn't be able to go home. Depending on how your personal life is going. If you're living at home, my advice for anyone that is planning to go to university, living in halls is fun to make friends and everything, but if you fear for your safety in that, I think that you need to make sure you stay home. So there's no judgment for staying home. I'm sure a lot of people wish they would do in this current climate. So that absolutely, there's nothing absolutely wrong with that. So we are 9 minutes in as we're recording into this game, and Chelsea do look a bit out of sorts. Also, Neil before Klopp with the justice for the 66. The last time England won the World Cup. Again, I was not even a thought. My parents weren't even a thought. So it's tough. I mean, I'm probably never going to see my home nation win the World Cup. We were close. If Raheem Sterling had only just squared it to Harry Kane, That would have made all of us in this country very proud. Oh, there's a shot on target, and another. I think that was Kai Havertz because he was on his left foot. So I don't think anyone in that Chelsea squad has a good left foot other than Kai Havertz at this point. I know that Mason Mount's decent with his left foot. But I don't think he can whack one in like that. But it was saved by the goalkeeper. I think it's Johnston, right? Johnston's been at West Brom for years, and people don't realise he was there when uh, Ben Foster was in goal. Who's the biggest team in London, Chelsea or Arsenal? By MM11. Oh, either way, Chelsea fans or Arsenal fans are not going to be happy with me. As of now, you have to say Chelsea. In this decade, in this day and age, you have to say Chelsea. Arsenal are nowhere near the level that they should be with the investment that they have, the stadium that they have, the technical advancements that they have. With the signing of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, I'm surprised that in this they have not, challenged for a title in any sort. But that's sort of I don't know what's gone wrong with that. The constant shuffle around of managers and inconsistencies with the team. Buying back David Luiz was a big mistake. But what can you do? So I'm sorry, Arsenal fans, but this round's going to Chelsea. Oh dear, Tammy Abraham he's kind of missed a sitter there. There was a great cross by Reece James. I have a very nice, soft spot for Reece James just because we share the same first name. This is how the math goes: red plus blue equals violet. Violet plus Spurs, white equals pink. London is pink. I guess, yeah. That does kind of add up. Easy. I would probably right. If we were going just off team strength, I think we would go for. We'd still go for Chelsea, but then I think if right. So if I was to rank the three teams in London, the three good teams in London, it would go Chelsea, Spurs, Arsenal. I think Jose Mourinho is better than Mikel, although Arsenal made a really good start to the season, so there's no denying that. And to be honest, I'm scared of Arsenal tomorrow. I believe, Arsenal Liverpool tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the UK. I'm scared when Liverpool play Arsenal. I think that's going to be tough. I think that's going to be a real tough game, especially after the Community Shield game. So, but yeah, if those that are in the live stream, thank you so much for being here. If you guys want to click the notification bell, because every Saturday at this time I'll be going live and reacting to the games on the TV or on wherever you guys are watching it. Giving my live commentary, giving my live reactions to the games, answering your questions, because there's nothing more that I want to do with my Saturday afternoon, than talk to you guys. So thank you all for being here. You guys being here is absolutely unbelievable. So the fact that you have all taken your time out of your Saturdays to spend time with the average pundit is unbelievable. So thank you all. So here's a fun little factoid about Reece here. The average pundit. Fernando Torres is my favourite player of all time. Fernando Torres is my favourite player of all time. He was what made me get back into I've always been a Liverpool fan. Oh, Timo Werner's just at the bar. Oh, that's so close. Sorry about that. So Timo Werner's just almost equalised for Chelsea, scoring his first Premier League goal. But yeah, back to MM11's question. Statement rather. Fernando Torres at Liverpool was a different. He was a different breed. He was amazing, so quick, fast, elegant, beautiful. Finishing was on point. That goal that he scored at Chelsea just before he went to them, oh, unbelievable. My favourite goal of his was when he put Vidic on the floor in that 4-1 away win at Manchester United. The ball just launched up from Pepe Reina, and Vidic tries to control it, falls on the floor. Torres finishes coolly. There's nothing I like more than talking about Fernando Torres. I've had shirts with his name on the back. I went to Anfield tour with his name on the back of my shirt, and then he goes and moves to Chelsea. So my little 10-year-old heart was absolutely broken. So when Torres moved to Liverpool, I was absolutely heartbroken. So yeah, there you go, a little fun story for you. Fernando Torres is my favourite player of all time. He's my inspiration for why I want to get into football, why I wanted to play football. I always wanted to play striker, but I always get put it right back. These headphones are tight. Let's loosen up a bit. So, because they're pushing my ears in. It feels good when I take them off. You think Arsenal will get relegated? MM11 thinks Arsenal are getting relegated, everyone. I don't think that. I don't think Arsenal will get relegated. If we get Arsenal start up to the Premier League, so their first game they beat Fulham 3-0. I mean, that's a good start. And then they beat West Ham. Exactly. Neil before Klopp also says no. There's no chance that Arsenal get relegated. I think there's going to be Arsenal are going to be fighting for European football this season. They're going to be fighting for at least the Europa League, that's for sure. So there's not a chance that they get relegated. I agree with Neil before Klopp. MM11. If you think Arsenal are getting relegated, then I'll do what the Irish guy from HITC Sports says. I'll eat my hat if Arsenal get relegated. But yeah, there's not a chance. Arsenal have too much. If Mikel Arteta, is doing that badly, he'll get sacked, and they'll bring in a world class manager like Allegri or Pochettino. I'm guessing Arsenal fans would be opposed to that, him managing Spurs first, but it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I hope every year United get relegated. That's also never happened. Yeah, I mean, me too. Being a Liverpool fan myself, so yeah, I think Manchester United, if they ever do get relegated, it will be the biggest shock in the world. But they are essentially the biggest team in the world. Oh, Chelsea float a cross in, and it's just gone over. Nothing's really happening in this. A lot of just turnovers and short passes. So West Brom are defending Chelsea very well here. But yeah, I'm with you there, Neil before Klopp. Great result today to keep Ole in charge. Yes. Do I rant about it? No, I think I'm going to save this for the podcast this week. So make sure you subscribe to us, keep your notifications on. Make sure you keep make sure you keep an eye on this week's podcast, because it's going to be about our anniversary, as I held up in earlier. This was for our anniversary. Someone sent this through for us. Happy birthday, because yesterday was our birthday for the Average Pundit. So a little FIFA card for us. Here, I'll put it up so you can see it a bit closer. Yeah, that was pretty cool. MM11 again. They in my country, Pakistan, they don't have good domestic football teams. They just have they just like cricket, which is a shame. It is a shame. I can't lie. I'm not a fan of cricket. I'm not a fan of cricket whatsoever. I think it's very slow. I'm not one to shame if people do like cricket, but it's the same with. I'll take this point and talk about because I really love basketball. I love basketball so much. Um, if you guys want to check out some of my other stuff as well, and if you guys like basketball, I do some interviews. If you guys know who Lawrence McKenna is, who helps the True Geordie do his, do the kickoff, I interviewed him, and if you want to go check out the basketball stuff, but in the UK, we don't have any basketball domestic teams, so it's sort of the same with the Pakistan domestic football leagues, I guess. I guess you only have like Sunday league teams or like casual teams, which is the same with us with basketball, which is a shame. There's not enough of a culture for football, unless I guess a lot of the population of Pakistan will love football, so it makes you wonder why there isn't much of a domestic sort of league with Pakistan. Surely there will be somewhere, but you'll just have to look harder for it. Whereas England, it's plastered everywhere. It's quite tough to get any other sport to dominate over football. Whether it be, I mean, rugby's pretty big, and so is cricket, I guess. FIFA ratings. Yeah. If I'm being honest, I don't really I haven't paid much attention to this year's FIFA. As I've said, I'm a basketball fan, so I've been playing NBA 2K a lot. I don't think I'll be purchasing this FIFA until maybe January, because I only really play the career mode. But yeah, FIFA, EA Sports is in the game for. I'll read the message. Realism 0, football understanding 0, overall 0, EA Sports, it's in the game. That made me chuckle. Thank you. I needed that. But yeah, I haven't really paid attention much to FIFA this year. Normally I would, but again, it looks like the FIFA ratings are completely bust. So what's the point in buying a game that is completely bust? But I agree. FIFA Football Manager will forever be a better game. In my opinion. Chancellor Wright lives in the United States, and yeah, of course, Chelsea will tie it up. If they don't, I'll be surprised. But who knows? But yeah, United States is cool. I've never been there. I would love to go there. I would absolutely love a journalistic opportunity to go to the United States. I'd love to cover like. I mean, I don't know if you like basketball, Chancellor Wright, but it's massive over there, and that's what I want to try and get into. I love football, I love basketball as equally as. So I want to try and get into as much over there. American seems great. Ooh, a cross in, and Johnson with a catch. Pakistan make the FIFA World Cup. Yeah, they do actually. They definitely help them anyways. MM11. You studied journalism as a unit of your media course at sixth form. You wrote an article, the issue of racism in football. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Having an article about racism in football. I've been planning to do my uni dissertation on racism as well, so that'll be awesome. Neil before played FIFA 95, 96. Yeah, if I'm being honest. Um, I think I played one of those on the Sega Mega Drive once. So yeah, it was they were awesome. Oh dear, Chelsea have no way. Callum Robinson's just slotted one past Caballero. Oh, look at that cheeky little pose. Oh, Chelsea. West Brom are 2-0 up against Chelsea. What does everyone think about that? Oh my goodness. That is insane. I'll have to change this now. West Brom 2-0 up. There we go. The score Not 21. It's not 21-0. But yeah, 2-0 to. Ooh, you might be right there. Christensen did get a red card, didn't he? He got sent off. Did they appeal it? Did Chelsea appeal it and they got it overturned? That can be the only excuse I can see. Chelsea find themselves 2-0 down. What a phenomenon that is. Wow. Goodness me. I'm lost for. I'm sorry. I'm lost for words. I'm actually lost for words. This is insane. But yeah, if you guys are new around here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. We've grown 2 subscribers in this live stream, so thank you everyone that subscribed. It's amazing to have more people, and for those that are subscribing now, you'll always be remembered as something that can help us grow when we if we get bigger in the future. Obviously, the big aim is to get to 1,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. 1,000 subscribers is unthinkable right now, but hopefully, if you guys can share the channel around with anyone that you know, that would be phenomenal. But yeah, it was our anniversary of the channel yesterday. We need to try and get up. We need to try and get our subscribers up by the end of 2020. So make sure we try and hit 100 subscribers, please. Chelsea need to spend another 250 million quid. Yeah, more than likely. I think. Well, Reece James has just been booked. Chelsea probably do need to spend another 250 million quid, and 100 of that will probably have to go on a goalkeeper like Gianluigi Donnarumma. What a header! It's been unmarked. It's 3. No, this is incredible. This is incredible. VAR will have a look. VAR are going to have a look. But Kyle Bartley's just scored for West Brom. He's onside! He's onside! No! Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Wow. West Brom are 3-0 up against Chelsea. Well, Kyle Bartley with his first Premier League goal of the season. Now that the replay is shown, I hope I don't have to keep doing this. Look at that. Wow. I might have to just do this for a thumbnail or something for the highlight. Just 3-0. 3-0. How has this happened? West Brom did score again, Chancellor Wright. Yes. West Brom scored again. Kyle Bartley on the 28th minute scored from a corner. It was a header that came in, and he scored the Thiago Silva mistake. Scored from Reece James kept him on. I think kept him on side. We're up to 6 viewers here on the stream. Thank you all for being here. Again, much appreciate every single one of you being here. So, thank you all. I'll look directly into the camera for this. Thank you all for being here. It's a real pleasure to be sharing this screen with you all. Did West Brom score? Yeah, West Brom. Sorry, I'm reading old chats now. I'm losing my mind. I thought I was missing something while talking to you guys through the camera. So, yep, 3-0. Chelsea look very slow. They're very slow off the step. So, it's funny. It's really funny. I can't lie. It's funny being a Liverpool fan, seeing Chelsea fall apart like this. It makes you think whether Kai Havertz and Timo Werner regret coming here now. Hey, should have signed for Liverpool. I would have happily given up Firmino for Timo Werner. I don't know about you guys, but I would have happily done that. Giving up Firmino for Timo Werner. Are you kidding me? Of course, it's a no-brainer. You've got three strikers there that can score 20 goals a season. No-brainer. Another sip of tea. my my one of my housemates just said, "What's going on at the Hawthorns?" Oh my god! Yeah, exactly. It is an absolute shambles. What a horrible performance by Chelsea. West Brom are hungry for more. They're through. Oh, Christensen gets there. Um, Chelsea need, maybe have the same problem as Arsenal. Their back line. They brought in a new Brazilian, and he's causing problems. So Thiago Silva hasn't yet fixed Chelsea. They were better with Kurt Zouma in, if I'm honest. It's Diangana. West Brom are keeping a keep. Thing is, West Brom want more goals. West Brom want more goals. They're not sitting back. They're not defending, which is a fantastic tactic, and not just sitting back. It's insane. Um, Kai Havertz is getting a bit frustrated there with the foul. Can't really see who the foul was on, but Kai Havertz giving away a free kick in the attack in an attacking position on the right wing for West Brom to cross in potentially. But this is an absolute shambles from Chelsea. Um, who was fouled? Darnell Furlong was fouled. There you go, Darnell Furlong. Got results like this, yeah. It's this game is crazy. Crossed in, headed away. Down to Romain Sawyers, who used to play for Warsaw. I only remember that because of going to sick form with someone who used to support Warsaw and go on about Romain Sawyers all the time. Shout out to you, Aaron. Doubt you're ever going to watch this, but used to go on about how Romain Sawyers was world class or will be world class, and now he's playing for West Brom. Definitely world class. But yeah, West Brom are putting on a great show here. Can't lie. I know a few Baggies fans, so they'll be very happy with this result. I think Chelsea just gotta break him down. This is definitely a masterclass from Lampard, isn't it? Goodness. We will be taking a half-time break. So if you guys want to come back after the half-time break and see what I think, because I'm gonna need to fill up on the tea. Need to fill up on my brew, so I don't have a dry throat. Deflected. Ooh, who's that? Mason Mount. There's a corner to Chelsea now. So yeah, if you guys wanna join me after half time, we're at 33 minutes right now, but 45 minutes or however long we've got left in the half, I will be going and having a little break because my voice hurts. Reece James to take the corner, swings it in, good delivery, headed away. There's a free kick. Referee sees some pushing in there. If anyone has any questions for me, or any other questions or any statements, any predictions for the game as well, I don't think anyone could have predicted this right now. So 3-0 to West Brom. But yeah, if anyone has any questions they want to put in the live chat, please go ahead and make yourself heard, make yourself known. I'll get to every question that I can. Speaking of the average pundits, there we go. Gotta message my partner in crime. Chelsea won a free kick in the defensive half. Kante's not really been existent, if I'm being honest. Where's Kante been? The person that's had most of the ball in this game has been like Mason Mount, Kai Havertz. Reece James had the ball a lot as well. I really like Reece James. Yeah, anybody that wants to stick in any questions or just wants to raise some conversation about the game, more than happy to speak with you guys. Batted away by Johnson's. Another corner to Chelsea. Oh, there we go. Oh, my glasses are falling off there. Hey. Martin Tyler's just said something very obvious. Chelsea have to get the next goal. You don't say, Martin. You don't say. Does anyone else feel like Martin Tyler's slowly losing it? Or is that just me? I much prefer Peter Drury. He's a fantastic commentator. Peter Drury is a brilliant commentator. Martin Tyler's lost it completely. There's Kante. Oh, I don't know how you say it. Kante. Martin Tyler says it differently. I'm just going to go what Martin Tyler says by now. He's got the job for a reason. I mean, we've seen teams come back from 3-0 before, so it can happen. Chelsea just have to channel their inner Istanbul mentality, or Christanbul, if you will, from Liverpool's heavy draw with Crystal Palace back in 2014. Chelsea will win the league, says MM11. Not with performances like this, they won't. They're losing 3-0. Give it 2 years. Give it 2 years, and Chelsea will be well within a shot of winning the league. But I don't think that Chelsea will be winning the league, if I'm being completely honest. If Liverpool and Manchester City start turning around results like this, maybe so. They might have a chance. But losing 3-0 to West Bromwich Albion, to Slaven Bilic as a manager, I don't think, if Abramovich doesn't see anything wrong with this, then I don't know what's going to happen with the side of Chelsea. Did Kyle Bartley play for Arsenal? Did not know that. That's a little fact that I didn't know. Again, my Arsenal knowledge isn't the best, but Kyle Bartley, he's obviously a great player. He's just scored, so he's punishing Chelsea. His inner Arsenal fan is coming out there. Surely that ball went out. Never mind. West Brom are trying to have to get it out their half. West Brom could score. Oh, Matheus Pereira. Who's sweeping there? Jimmy Nizzle with the straight fact of Chelsea are garbage. I mean, from this performance, you aren't wrong. You are not wrong. That's oh no, is that Tammy? That was horrid. MM11. Arsenal will have results like this. This is expected. Yeah. Arsenal will probably lose 3-0 at some point. Maybe not against a team like caliber of. Maybe not against a team the caliber of. Of West Brom. Maybe to a bigger team like Liverpool or something. Maybe that'll happen tomorrow. But Arsenal will definitely be losing 3-0 at some point. Yeah, I think I had Chelsea. I think I had Chelsea third in my table prediction, Jimmy. Um, I think I did. So I kind of regret that, if I'm being completely honest. Um, Wayne Gatfield, Chelsea will win 5-4. I said it for Wayne. Um, you know what? I'm going to note down that you said this, okay? And if they win 5-4, um, I will want to know how you've time travelled. Um, I'm going to put it down in my notes, right? Wayne. I'm just making sure that, yeah, because the screen is quite far away. Gatfield. Chelsea. 5-4. If you're some sort of time travelling wizard, Wayne, there you go. You're sort of time travelling wizard that knows the score in the future. That's going to be some weird stuff. Jimmy Nizzle again. Um, Chelsea. You had Chelsea to finish third. They still might, but they are miles off Liverpool and City. Yeah, I would agree with you there, Jimmy. I think that they are miles off City and Liverpool. I think Manchester United could in fact finish above Chelsea at this point. It's definitely going to be a fight for fourth and third. The second, the first and second are definitely fought between Liverpool and Manchester City. It's just who slips up first out of those two teams, and at the moment I do see it to be Liverpool. Um, I kind of regret picking them as my champions. I was umming and ahhing the entire year about or the entire lockdown even, who was going to win this season. We just haven't made the signings. I mean, Thiago's come in and he's brilliant, but yeah, Manchester City are definitely up there in the top two as well with Liverpool, and Chelsea and Man United are going to be fighting out for. They're going to be fighting out for the other two spots in the top four, I think, unless Spurs have a miraculous season, which it could definitely happen. But yeah, thank you to everyone that's in here. Make sure you do subscribe, turn the notification bell on, share this around, and make sure we can get some more people in here reacting live to the Chelsea game. The score is on the screen here. 11 is from Kent. You said you're from Pakistan earlier, unless you were quoting the meme that's going around, putting your life, sacrificing your life for that country. But if you're from Kent, it's understandable why you know so much about the London clubs. Oh dear, this is again. I'm pretty speechless right this. Um, so for those that support teams inside the Premier League in the chat, if you were to support a second team in the Premier League, who would that be? I want to see some answers here of different teams that you would support if you weren't supporting your current team. Dean Garner, ooh, over. Mine would be Newcastle United. I'm just saying that now. Mainly because the in-laws love Newcastle United. I have a Newcastle shirt, just because they were £20 in Sports Direct, so I picked one up. But yeah, if you guys want to comment in the live chat, yeah, you support Newcastle as well. Hey, I think they've made some really good business. If I'm being honest, Newcastle have made some really good business in the review that me and Joe did on our channel. We go and find game week 1 reactions on the channel after this live stream has finished. Go and catch up with all the new content that me and Joe have put out. We've been really grinding this year, and we are up for an award actually. So I'll get onto that in just a little minute. But yeah, I said that I love Newcastle's business. I love everything that they've been doing, bringing in players like Callum Wilson, and Ryan Fraser as well. Jamal Lewis is going to be such a good signing for Newcastle United. But yeah, if I was supporting another team, it'd be Newcastle United for sure. But yeah, back onto what I was saying about an award. So we have you know, we're going for something called the BJTC Award, which is hosted by in the UK the major broadcasting um, networks. So Sky, ITV, BBC, stuff like that. And myself, and Joe, the Average Pundits podcast, are going up for that award. So we will let everybody know that's a part of this channel if we win. We'll be having a little party to celebrate if we do win. Not keeping our hopes up yet, but we're definitely hoping to win this award. We are going to continue to grind. We're going to continue to put every podcast out and ensure quality. That ensure that we keep delivering the quality content for everyone. Not you don't have to listen to our podcasts here on YouTube as well. You can go to our Spotify, just search for the Average Pundits on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, or if you have an Android phone, make sure you go on to Google Podcasts as well. You can go to us and listen to our podcast on the go. Just download it onto your phone and listen to it wherever you can, whether it's on local travel, walking, runs, or to keep yourself fit. Whilst you're walking through the towns, just to listen to our voices and our opinions on the Premier League. There are a whole back catalogue of podcasts spanning 43 episodes. So make sure you go and check out our podcast. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and just really help us to get to 100 subscribers, because that is what we are looking to do. I think we're drawing near to half time now. A couple minutes time. We're in 46 minutes. There's two added minutes. 3-0. I will come back after our little break. I'll come back and I will review the first half. There's not really much to say other than West Brom have been fantastic. Chelsea have been poor. There's not really much to say other than that. But yeah, I think we're going to go into half time. West Brom 3-0 up. So as soon as the full time whistle goes, I'll keep the live stream going. But as soon as we are back there we go. The half time whistle's gone. So I will give my direct thoughts after I've gone and replenished myself and got myself another tea, maybe a few biscuits. Ready for the second half. That was a really ugly first half. You're right, Chancellor. Right. See what I did there. But yeah, thank you all for joining me for the first half. I hope that you all can join me for the second half. It's been an absolute blast talking to every single one of you. I appreciate every single one of you that's joined in, every one of you that's subscribed during this live stream, everyone that's liked the live stream. Make sure you keep watching and keep watching my reactions as well. Keep commenting everything, and I'll be back in a short while. So thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting us, and I'll be back for the second half. So thank you very much. Greetings, everybody. I apologise for the jump scare if anyone's just heard me come back. Um, well, we're back for the second half. Let me just boom, and we're back. Oh, good. I have not got my glasses on, so I cannot see anyone. But welcome back, everybody, for the um, for the second half, I guess. Um, it's gonna be a fun little half, to say the least. Um, yeah, welcome back to everybody that's joining me right now to watch the football with. Hope you guys have had a lovely half-time break. I got myself a lovely cup of tea and some rich tea biscuits, as we always love to do here in the UK. So thank you for all of you that have stayed with me here for this game. 3-0 to West Brom. 3-0 to West Brom. This is ugly. This is real ugly. So, if you guys want to make sure you are sharing this round with everybody that you can, make sure that you are sharing this with a bunch of friends. You can get all your friends involved. Come on, bring a lot of your friends. Whoever loves football, make sure they're in here whilst they're watching the game, because why not interact with someone while you're watching? So. West Brom. Oh, Callum Hudson-Odoi looks like he's warming up to come on. So that's going to be fun, especially because he's in my fantasy team. So he'll get me some points, I'm hoping, if he doesn't concede any goals. There we go. Just resetting the live stream there. The live stream of the football. Sorry about that. Yeah, make sure you guys are using the live chat. Sorry. Making sure you're getting involved, asking any questions you want, and just get involved, man. It's supposed to be a chill live stream, watching Chelsea lose 3-0. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure notifications are on for whenever we go live or whenever we upload. We upload pretty much every single day. We upload our podcast on a Wednesday, and then every day after that, we upload highlights of the podcast if you can't make the actual podcast, if you don't really. But then you can also listen to our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So make sure, and if you've also got an Android phone, you can listen to us on Google Podcast as well. Frank Lampard does not look happy, I'll say that now. Frank Lampard does not look excited for the second half. I can assume that he is going to be very, very, very annoyed with this Chelsea side. Tammy Abraham missed an open goal. So yeah, welcome back everybody for the second half. It's now going to be a big half for Chelsea, no matter what. And Tammy Abraham at the kickoff, waiting for the rest of the players to get in. So it says our Azpilicueta and Callum Hudson-Odoi have come on for Chelsea. Lovely. That's a fresh cup of tea, that is. So Chelsea are looking to start off fast. They need a fast goal. They need a quick goal. They need a really quick goal. But yes, for those that are currently watching, please share this around. Make sure we can get some more viewers in, more interactions. Just try to go, try and get more people involved, because in the first half we had a lot of questions. We had a lot of people come in and just come in and have a casual chat about football. It's a safe space for talking about football opinions and everything. So any questions that anyone has, I'll be more than happy to answer them in the live stream as we go along. Chelsea have tried to start off, and I think one thing to note for this game is that West Brom, their defence has been really woeful all season so far. I mean, I say all season as if it's been going on for long, but West Brom's season, it was pretty poor, wasn't it? Or West Brom's current games. So their defence has been really shaky, but in this game it's been so solid. That's something to note. West Brom's defence has been great against a striker like Werner, who hasn't even been able to get involved. The midfield aren't creating anything for him. I think that's what they're trying to do now with bringing on Callum Hudson-Odoi. Excuse me. As you see down in that bottom corner, make sure you go and follow us on our social media pages, on Twitter at Pundits Average, and also on Instagram, The Average Pundits. Make sure you go and subscribe. Not subscribe, go and follow. I have lost my head here. The half-time break was not a good one. Let's get ready. Cesar Azpilicueta has already tried to pick it up for Chelsea. Anyways, I'm going to tweet out the live stream to make sure people are coming along. To make sure that we can get some more listeners in. So it's weird to see my face. Hello. Yeah, I will share the link on Twitter. As for now, Callum Hudson-Odoi is making some waves. But yeah, thank you all for being in this live stream. It's a pleasure to be with everyone. But yeah, we'll carry on watching this absolute shambolic performance from Chelsea. The more views we can get in, the better. Just keep sharing it. Make sure we can get as many people watching this game and watching the live stream as possible. Yeah, let me just tweet out the link to the live stream. Apologies for the silence here. It's just tweeting it out. West Brom are defending really well. Kai Havertz has not been able to give. He's not been able to give Chelsea any chances really. He's a very good facilitating centre midfielder. I think a lot of the hype did come from. Just back to. Oh, Chris, you never fail, my friend, to make us laugh. So, you are a visionary, my friend. Chris, if Chelsea score and you get this completely right, my hat's off to you. It was what a prediction that is. 3. So for those that are new to the stream, Chris said that that Chelsea would lose 3-1 to West Brom. I laughed, and I said 3-1 to Chelsea. After my initial 2-0 prediction, I said 3-1, and Chris is a genius. Oh, Chelsea have a chance, and West Brom have cleared it. Chelsea have had so many chances, but if you would like to see more of Chris's, amazing, visionary football knowledge, make sure you go and check out Total Sport. Everyone over there is fantastic. They cover so many sports. They cover boxing, they cover football, they cover cricket, they cover everything. Any sport that you want them to cover, they cover everything. I'm a massive advocate of them. They're absolutely fantastic. And also, the Average Pundits are featured on there, so make sure you go and check our video out with the Total Sport guys. They're fantastic, they are. I'm definitely down to work with them again. Maybe not even a football one. Maybe we'll do something else. So we'll have to get something sorted out, Chris. But back to the Chelsea West Brom game. Slaven Bilic has a big smile on his face. Yeah, you love to see that. The baldy ref on the side. Yeah, you can't really tell if he's smiling, but the Chelsea defence is not great, is it? Yeah, I'll finish tweeting out the live stream. Live on YouTube. Boom. And tweet. And if you guys want to see more of our tweets, make sure you go and follow the Twitter underneath West Brom's 3-0 scoreline, the at Pundits Average, and our Instagram, the Average Pundit. Chelsea have a corner, I believe. You always want to yeah. Ooh, do I hear Total Sport versus Average Pundit Sports Quiz? Ooh, that seems like a challenge. We'll have to talk to Mr. Brody and try and sort that out. That's a very, very good one. Oh, that's a good idea, Chris. I like it. I like it a lot. The Average Pundit challenge you to a duel. We'll have to sort some sort of crossover out. That'd be another crossover, anyways. Because that'd be awesome. Away days at Total Sport. Oh, Livermore getting told off by the referee. If I'm being honest, I'm very two-dimensional when it comes to sports knowledge. My basketball coverage and my football coverage is what I'll be relying on. So does anyone see Chelsea getting back in this? I don't. I really don't. West Brom have been sound in this half already. So their passes have been crisp. Their passing's been amazing this half. I can't lie. They got it down the right hand side now. West Brom crossing in. No one's in the box, and Willy Caballero is there to collect. Can Chelsea start a counter-attack right now? There's Kai Havertz keeping the ball. Reece James puts it over. Christensen over to the left-hand side where Cesar Azpilicueta meets the ball. Back to Andreas Christensen. James. Azpilicueta over on the other side. Puts it into Mason Mount. The voice crack. Mason Mount with a goal. Welcome back, MM11 and Chancellor Wright. The score is 3-1. Mason Mount has legit just scored. So we will get that changed for us. So far, Chris's prediction from Total Sport is correct. 3-1 to West Bromwich Albion so far, guys. Wow, what a game this is. This is some game, isn't it? So, but yeah, welcome everyone back to the second half. It's a pleasure to have everyone back. But yes, MM11 it is now 3-1. Sorry, to West Bromwich Albion. It's been West Brom have been great until that moment. We haven't had as many live stream mess ups this week as well, which has been good. Been very good. So thankfully to Sky Sports for allowing me to watch the game in peace. Chelsea have now scored. They're on the way back to winning now. They're on their way back to fighting their way to potentially a 3-3. I don't think they've got it in them, if I'm being honest. Does anyone else think that they've got it in them? I really don't. I think that West Brom are going to probably keep this the way it is. But yeah, it was a cracking goal by Mason Mount. Cracking goal by Mason Mount. And it seems like West Brom could be on the back foot for the rest of the game now. Could this be the start of Wayne Gatfield's 5-4 prediction? I've not forgotten about that. I've not forgotten about you, Wayne. I will never forget about you, Wayne. West Brom could be ready to score here. Out wide on the left, Ian Garner, I believe. The screen's so small because I've got the stream on the left and the game on the right. Yeah, for those that are in the stream, make sure you. If you've got any questions, fire them my way, please. I'm very much encouraging any questions that you may have, whether that's to do with the game or any other football-related topic. Just make sure you get your questions in. I'm really enjoying, just the interaction with the live chat. So make sure you're commenting down below. Oh dear, that shot was wayward. Just to say, that was a horrible shot. It almost went out for a throw in, but yeah, thank you everyone for being in. It's been a really good live stream so far. Last week, there was quite a few people. There's so much interaction this week compared to last week. So it's so much better this week. So thank you all for interacting. We'll be doing the exact same next week. I believe it's a Leeds game again next week. I'm just going to double check. I will try and have a look for the next game that we will be watching together. Let me just take a look. Fixtures. There we go. Next weekend. Next Saturday. It's Leeds versus Manchester City. The first Man City game that I'll be watching for the new season. Make sure that you guys are here for that. Because I wouldn't want you to miss this awesome live stream. So make sure that you guys are all here for that. Leeds take on Manchester City. Dean Garner, West Brom, could be in here. West Brom have stopped by Thiago Silva. So I believe the substitutions for the half have been Marcus Alonso off Cesar Azpilicueta, I believe, and Hudson-Odoi coming on for... That's a strange one, I don't actually know. Kovacic. Kovacic is not on the pitch right now. So yeah, Hudson-Odoi's come on for Mateo Kovacic. West Brom's defence has been really good this half. It's been good the entire game. That one minor mishap where they didn't shut down Mason Mount just yet was where they slipped up. But West Brom have been perfect. West Brom have played amazing. Chelsea have definitely solidified their back line, which is why I could potentially see them pulling back. But you never know. You never know. West Brom are definitely Premier League's. Yeah, the Premier League season is a very long season. It seems like the Premier League's been back for weeks, and it's only for more than 3 weeks. Anyways, it's the game week 3. Game week 3, man. Wow. But I think the start of the Premier League's always the best part of the season, especially doing the live streams as well. I love doing the live. If I've got a reason to watch the games, I'll watch the games every Saturday at 5:30. If there's a game on, there'll be a live stream. So make sure that you're here for those on Saturdays. I just love doing them. I love doing these live streams. So Make sure you're here. Make sure that you're one of the regulars. Because if you're one of the regulars, then you're always going to win a place in my heart. And maybe we can have some sort of situation where we get Joe in, and we can watch the games together, react together. But thank you for everyone that's been here in this live stream. Thank you to everyone that's subscribed in the viewing of this live stream too, because that's been amazing as well. We've grown 2 subscribers in the live stream, so thank you for those that have subscribed. You guys are the real ones. Thank you for those that have even liked the video as well and shared it around, so thank you. MM11, it's funny how Arsenal used to play Champions League football. I haven't seen that for a long time. No, it has been a real shame since, Arsenal just haven't been that level, have they? Arsenal are pretty. When it comes to Arsenal, they're a bit shambolic at the moment. Surprisingly, it's, Aubameyang coming in, and it hasn't really changed anything. You'd have thought you'd have a player like Aubameyang, and he'd be, trying to give you Champions League hopes. You have him in the prime of his career at the moment. So I think that that's a big miss. That is, if I'm being honest. When was the last time Arsenal? When was the last time Arsenal were in the Champions League? Was it 2016? 2016-17 season? I think it might have been the 2016-17 season they were in the Champions League. Oh, of course, yeah, 2017. Yeah, it was the 2017 season. Yeah, because they lost. Oh, that was a horrendous two-leg stretch. Oh, West Brom were almost in behind there. But yeah, I remember now. 2017, 10-2. It was wow. It was pretty much an annihilation. It's pretty much the same thing that they did to Spurs, I believe. Spurs were on the end of a pretty deadly Bayern Munich team. Chelsea's passes are way better in this half. For those that are active in the chat, N'Golo Kante, good tackle there. But yeah, for those that are active in the chat, if you guys are there, who would you? Do you think Jadon Sancho to Manchester United is going to happen? Do you guys think that Jadon Sancho will end up in a Manchester United shirt? And then if it gets a response, I will give my take on the situation too. Do you think that Jadon Sancho will end up in a Manchester United shirt? Which team in England is the most liked? I would say the team that I've just mentioned, Manchester United. Manchester United is definitely the most popular team in England. But then again, it does depend on where you're from. The London clubs are definitely going to have a lot of supporters. I think a lot of supporters are going to come from London. Arsenal are a big club. Arsenal and Spurs are going to be big clubs. So they could be most likely. But in terms of the world as well, I would say Manchester United, for sure. Manchester United are massive. They say there's a funny joke about Manchester United fans is that you're never more than 6 feet away from one, so which is pretty funny, but which is exactly what I would want Manchester United fans to be right now in this pandemic. But yeah, Manchester United. But I hate that prospect because I'm a Liverpool fan. I do not like. Why is Manchester United massive? Most of them are right. I think it's because of the worldwide growth of Manchester United. It's why they branch out to so many countries, and that's why, as you say, a lot of their fans are from Asia. But you also think a large proportion of Spurs fans are going to be from South Korea, because of how marketable Heung-min Son is, and how much of an impact he makes on that Spurs team. So the same market is there for Spurs. Yeah, exactly. Manchester United used to win everything, and that's why they are so big now. Everyone around the world knows who Manchester United are. Whereas if you were to maybe say Chelsea, you'd probably get some Chelsea fans in other countries. Whereas um, Leicester, a lot more Leicester fans will be in other countries after their win as well. So it's just who's popular at the time will depend on how many fans are worldwide. It depends on how big you are in the eyes of the world. Manchester United for so long were in the eye of the world. They were dominant. Alex Ferguson was that team, and that was Liverpool were that in the 80s and the 90s as well. And Manchester United come along with Alex Ferguson and change that culture. There are more Chelsea fans worldwide. There are a lot of Arsenal fans worldwide because of the Invincible season, and everyone loved Thierry Henry. And there's going to be a growing amount of City fans. The last time that Spurs won I'm pretty sure it was the FA Cup, wasn't it? Spurs' last trophy was the FA Cup, if I do remember, back in 1961. But yeah, they have not won the league since 1961. But yeah, it might not have been 61, but they the last trophy they won was the FA Cup, I believe, anyways. Or did they win? Did they win the Carling Cup or something? For some reason I see Jonathan Woodgate in a Spurs shirt lifting something. Maybe in 2008 or something. But I can honestly say I can't remember. My Spurs knowledge again, not the best. Oh, excuse me. I feel like I've got one of those winter colds coming on. Happens every September. You know what? Tottenham are a decent team. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. Tottenham are a fantastic side. Chelsea pushing the ball up. Timo Werner. 1-2. Hudson-Odoi! And it's 3-2. And do you know what, guys? Do you know what? I'm very happy about that. If you guys know what fantasy teams are, I've got Hudson-Odoi in my team, and I put him in for a reason, and he scored. He's brought some new lease of life into this Chelsea team, and it's 3-2. It's 3-2. So another Chelsea goal. Make sure that Callum Hudson-Odoi is a fantastic player. He's as Chris and Matt would say, cracking plur. There you go. There's the 3-2 for Chelsea. But yeah, back to MM11. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Tottenham. I think a lot of people's hearts have warmed to Jose Mourinho because of that Tottenham documentary on Amazon Prime. It's a fun documentary. I'm disappointed that it ended. That I've finished it all now. So, Wayne, I'm looking towards you now. Wayne, if you were a time-travelling wizard, Wayne, I'm watching you. Wayne, don't. If you got this right, I have written this in my phone. I will try and show you that I have written this in my phone, just so I can remember that you have said that they were. There you go. If you can read that, right. There is a time-travelling wizard in the chat, people, and his name is Wayne Gatfield. mate, was football like in the 20th century? Like your parents must have seen Pele slash Maradona. Um, my parents are actually quite young, so no. My granddad was probably a big football fan at the time. He's a Wolves fan. Um, so my grandparents maybe, but yeah, my parents are quite young, so um, they were around. They weren't around for Pele's time. Um, I mean, I'm only 21, so if you think about it like that, my parents you know, weren't around when Pele was doing his thing. They might have been around when Maradona was doing his thing, but my dad is the big football fan, so he would have been the one to pay attention to Maradona. Um, Furlong into the box. Ooh, almost for West Brom there, but Chelsea are defending well. West Brom have got it in the box. A handball. But yeah, when it comes to Pele and Maradona, no, I don't have any recollection of any stories I've been told about Maradona. Or I mean, Pele was big in the '60s. Um, um, when you're 18, life's confusing. Man, that's a deep quote, you know. That's a deep statement. When you're 18, life's confusing. Just focus on yourself. Um, you can do apprenticeships. You can just self-learning. To be honest, if you've got a passion, if right, so good. This can be for anyone. Good alternatives to uni. You might not have the grades. Just self-teach. If there's something that you are passionate about, find ways to get around it. If you want to get into YouTube, do that and just find something that you're passionate about and just go about it. I didn't come to uni to start a podcast. I just did it because I was passionate about it. And then, I mean, I've got people watching me now talk about football live on camera. Whereas now, when I was 18, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Um, I was going to take an apprenticeship, and then I got the grades to go to uni. So I took a gap year. I thought about my life and just thought where I wanted to take it and how I wanted to get into sport. Me not being the most technically gifted with a football or a basketball, I chose to do journalism instead. There are compromises that you have to make if you don't quite get what you want to get. But yeah, you can take jobs in what you're passionate about. If you want to create graphics Romain Sawyer's. Sorry to stray away from the topic. But yeah, if you really want to take something to the next level, just go for it. Take the jump, take the leap, and you can find a passion out of anything. Really. So that's some advice for you. You know, university's not the be all end all. It definitely does help. It definitely does give you a lot of opportunities, but that you wouldn't think of if you didn't go to university. It definitely does give you a lot of skills. It's got me where I am today, for sure. Universities helps, but if apprenticeships are always the good way to go in. If you've got something that you're passionate about, if you just try and work hard for it. Always try and work hard for it. So we are 75 minutes in. 15 minutes remain of this second half, and Chelsea are only one goal behind. There are loads of universities in England. 11. There are loads of universities. You say you're from Kent. There's one in Kent. You can just travel anywhere and find a university that will potentially accept any grades that you've got. Really. Say if you leave sixth form, you got the grades, or you left college, and you've got the grades for it. Just try and find something with UCAS points. I mean, right now is pretty tough, but if you've got the grades, you can easily take a gap year and apply next year. If there are any, just try and take the tour around. Like if you can get to certain unis, just try and get there. There are plenty around in England. My hometown is an hour and a half away from where I actually went to university. From where I am at university. So there are always plenty of options. It's just about seeking them and making sure that they're the right decisions for you. Whether you want to stay close to home or whether you want to travel. A lot of people go around traveling the world before they end up going to university instead. So um, I'll always say make sure you do what's best for you, and you'll find your own path definitely. I've been West Brom had a chance there. It's out for a corner. I was asked on Twitter if I could look over some parents. A parent messaged me on Twitter asking me if I can help her son with some journalism. I was like, just start young, start any way you can, and just grow a passion for it. Um, I've been helping him write reports and stuff, which is great. So, West Brom have a corner. West Brom, they're not really set up for an attack of a corner here, are they? I don't know what's happening here. The play's been stopped. Pereira is taking the corner. It's through. It's gone right through to the edge of the box. Tip. Chelsea have cleared it away. Kind of. There's a foul there, maybe. Yeah, there's a foul. Ooh, VAR is checking a possible handball. No. Okay. My phone just scared me there. It vibrated. So yeah, Chelsea. You can MM11 with a gap here. Try and get them as much money as possible. Save it up. Make sure you can. With my gap year, I regret not saving more money. Because I'm at a point now where I want to try and put a mortgage on a house after university. Well, I want to try and rent a place and put a mortgage on a house. Try and earn as much money and save it as possible. Um, just work to save. Work to save. If you don't need something, don't get it. Um, be stingy with money. I mean, yeah, you can treat yourself every now and then, but just be stingy with money and save for whatever house you want. Because that's what I'm trying to do now, and I wish I had to save more money in my gap year. So yeah, there's plenty you can do. Ah, yeah. So Chelsea and three. Oh, Chelsea are very close at the moment. Ah, yeah. For those wondering, I'm living in a uni house at the moment, so if there are any noises going around the house that you can hear in the background, if I'm looking in a different direction, the door is that way. So if someone comes into this room, or if you hear any door slams, I'm in a uni accommodation, so I'm in a shared house right now. So um, we've got 10 minutes remaining. The score is still on the screen here. Um, Chelsea still losing, still behind by one. Callum Robinson um, with two, and Carl Bartley with the third for West Brom. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Callum Hudson-Odoi with one goal, and Mason Mount, both from range. I don't know. No, I thought I was going to. Yeah, lectures are online at the moment. I have one. I have one lecture that's going in, but that's for Newsdays. It's pretty tough. Tom, thank you for coming to the stream, friend. How are you? My fantasy team today. I think most of my team plays tomorrow, so I'll let you know. Um, big TCOD just won 170. But yeah, Tom Grokert, by the way. Um, Today, yeah, I had Marcus Rashford as my captain, so that was pretty good. I've got Callum Hudson-Odoi in there as well. Timo Werner's in there, but yeah, the rest of my players play tomorrow. I got Sayes, got Chris Wood from Burnley, and then I got three Liverpool players who play Arsenal tomorrow. So I'm hoping Salah can get some goals. Um, By the looks of it, Mr. Grokert, I will not be coming last this year. How did yours do? And TCOD just won 100. Every time that I do a live stream, right, TCOD wins money. You've had a good couple of days, haven't you? Because you've the Charlton take through happened, and then you've just won on a bet. Um, Tertiary education is really a way to hide unemployment. Yeah, it kind of is. But you get a lot of you get a lot of experience with it. To be honest, I can imagine that you're quite excited there. I've got a blocked nose coming on, I think. Thank God it's not COVID. But yeah, if anyone else has fantasy teams, I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. Today, yeah, I had Marcus Rashford. Um, I had Marcus Rashford as my captain, thankfully. Surprised that Timo Werner hasn't scored, to be honest. Mount goal, Havertz assist. Hey, there we go. And yeah, Captain Kane. Ooh, who've Tottenham got? Um, I base mine on like who people have. Who have Spurs got? Spurs have got Newcastle. I think that's going to be tougher than people think. So I'm glad I captained Rashford because I thought he was going to score. I thought he was going to score more anyways against Brighton, but that game was insane. And then I vice captained Timo Werner just in case because I thought Chelsea were going to have a great game against West Brom. I have been mistaken. I've been really mistaken. But I think this year I'm going to be playing fantasy. I think this year I'm probably going to be playing fantasy a bit more because last year I just left it and I came last. So if I can keep it up this year, I can at least not finish last. I'll be okay with a mid-table finish. Where am I in the table? Yeah, I'm not last. I'm okay. Oh, I'm 2 points above you, Tom. Oh, that's there's gonna be that rivalry there. At least I'm above Wit as well, and Stubbsy. I'm above Stubbsy, so that's fine. How every single year, Denton always comes near the top. It's crazy. Ooh, is there a potential foul there for Chelsea? No. Do Chelsea get back in this game? We're in the 85th minute. Oh, and my live stream decided to buffer. We've had less buffering this week. I'll just wait until the weekend's over. I mean, to be fair, if Kane gets a couple of goals against Newcastle, then um, well, I'm going to just hide in a corner. But then Salah might get a hat trick against Arsenal, so I'm hoping for. Oh, that's a nasty tackle. Who was that? Robson Kanu was just clattered by Christensen. Ouchies. After 10 games, we will know a lot more from Wayne. Yes, yeah, I'm in agreement there. I think after 10 games is where you start to learn more about the Premier League season. You start to think like who's going to be the one to take the season forward. After 3 games, it's very hard to tell, isn't it? So I think we've just got to keep looking towards this season and who's going to be performing after, as you say, Wayne, after that 10-game mark. So let's see who is. I mean, Chelsea could definitely claw back into this. They've got maybe 5-6 minutes left, including stoppage time. They look livelier. They look like they've come out of the second half. They're winning the half 2-0. They just have to score a third goal to get a point out of it. So as it stands, I think this puts Chelsea in the low. Does it put Chelsea in the lower half of the table? I know at half time they were below West Brom. But yeah, this keeps Chelsea at 12th, just above Manchester United, who are 13th. Who played today. They played today. Of course they played today. They had that stupid game against Brighton. Chelsea are in the box. Ooh. West Brom's defending's been good. West Brom's defending has been very solid, but then so is Chelsea's in this. So, I've just seen TCOD's dinner. That's nice. Looks nice. Looks very nice. Chelsea keeping the ball. I should probably go and get some tissue and blow my nose, but I don't really want to do that on stream if I'm being completely honest. Obnoxious motorbike going past my window. You love to see it, don't you? You love it. It's faster tortoise. Come on, baggies. Yeah. If M11 is in once a week, what do you do for the rest of your days? Depends on the degree. Study. Study a lot. Socialise with as many people. Play some FIFA while you're at it. Why not? You know, treat yourself to a bit of game of FIFA, or something like that. What do you do for your Saturday evenings? You come join the Average Pundits for this live stream. So make sure you're here every Saturday at 5:30. So MM11. If you don't have anything to do on Saturdays, make sure you're here, and there'll always be a place for you in the chat. Don't worry. Chancellor Roy, Chelsea are going to fall short. Yeah, I think so. Unless Timo Werner can pull out something out of his bottom, then I don't think that Chelsea are going to get back in this. For me, on my game, it's the 89th minute. I think you guys might be a bit ahead of me in that, right? But Kai Havertz has not really done a lot. I mean, he added the assist for the Hudson-Odoi goal. He hasn't created as many chances as I thought. Timo Werner has been practically missing in this game, so it's pretty tough for Chelsea right now. Timo Werner has not been. I think he didn't expect the size of these defenders that we have in the Premier League. They don't have that in Germany. To consider a good. I mean, Socrates was a good defender in Germany, and he's been poor for Arsenal. So, you get players like Lewis Dunk, who Timo Werner had a big challenge trying to misplace. So, I think Chelsea are going to fall short here. A lot of their big players have performed. Kante has not really performed that well, so we'll have to see what happens. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Holy moly! West Brom are deciding to bring off Matheus Pereira. Sam Field makes way. Well, not makes way. Matheus Pereira makes way for Sam Field, who comes on in the first minutes of stoppage time. Slaven Bilic has definitely wanted some fresh legs. Some fresh legs for the team. Get some running out there. Maybe get an extra goal and seal the deal for Bilic and his side. But for right now, it's 3-2. As you can see on the scoreline, to my left, or on the right side of the screen. It's weird because mine are different to yours. I'm facing my screen. It's weird. Mason Mount's got the corner for Chelsea. He's gonna swing this in, aim for the big boy in Christensen. If Kurt Zouma was in here, he'd be all over that. But It's not to be. It's back out to Mason Mount. Crossed it in. Keeper's out. Werner! And he's not as clinical. He's not as clinical as he once was in Germany for Leipzig. So I think he's got a lot of warming up to do. I think, as Wayne said, we're going to need to figure out who's going to be good after 10 games. He needs a bit of warming up to do. Oh dear. So I think that, yeah, because you guys, I think you guys are a bit ahead of me. Let's have a look. Corner, swung in. Adoy. This is very messy. Abraham! West Brom have caved in! West Brom have caved in! Tammy Abraham has scored for Chelsea. Goodness me. Chelsea's still in this. Chelsea's still... Wow. Well, Chancellor Roy, you might not have been right there. Yeah, I apologise for using your name. Wayne Ice, please stop it. There's only 2 minutes left, so I don't think they can squeeze another 3 goals in. And if they do, holy moly, Wayne. Ooh, they're looking for a possible handball. I'm not going to change the score yet. Is there a possible handball? They're checking. VAR are checking handball. And the goal's been given. So, Chelsea, wow. What a game. What a game to have live streamed, eh? Thank you everyone thank you to everyone that's joined. There we go. Thank you to everyone that's joined the live stream. It's been a really fun game to watch, and I think next time there's a game, it'll be Manchester City versus Leeds. But yeah, please come along and watch it. Make sure you turn the notification bell on. Every time we upload, it's fun to interact with you guys, and make sure you're one of the OGs of the Average Pundits, and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Help us grow to 100 subscribers, please. I believe that we've had another subscriber. We're on 84 subscribers now. Thank you all so much. It's amazing. Thank you so much. We're 16 away from 100. So thank you so much. We've grown a lot, and hopefully we can invite more onto these streams, and it's amazing. Thank you all for being here. I think we are winding down now. Winding down the game, and there goes the full-time whistle. Chelsea have scraped a draw in this game. So 3-3 is the final score, as Mr. Wright says. Final score 3-3. Wow, what a game. I'm almost exhausted just watching the game. I don't know if that's the same for everybody else, but I will give my final thoughts. I think that Chelsea were very poor in the first half, and I think Frank Lampard knows that. They had a lot of key players that were just not ready yet. Thiago Silva making his debut was not used to the pace of the Premier League, and that's very apparent. You see centre-backs now like Harry Maguire, who are just not fast enough, and we talked about this on the Average Pundits podcast this week. Harry Maguire is just not great. He's not fast at all, and it's you can definitely see that. So West Bromwich Albion in the relegation zone. Oh, I did not. Yeah, so West Brom are in the relegation zone. As I predicted as well, I do think West Brom are going to go down. Their second half performance showed that their quality was not up to scratch, and it's crazy to see that. As you see here, West Brom. I mean, in the first half they were 3-0 up, and they've blown a 3-0 lead. So what a crazy game! What an absolute crazy game! Chelsea in the second half were fantastic. Man of the match. Oh, that's actually really tricky. It's really tricky to tell, because I mean it was a game of two halves in the end. Um, it could go to either a West Brom or Chelsea player. Um, that's really tough. I mean, my feelings after the game is that both teams were poor in both halves. Uh, Chelsea were poor in the first half. West Brom were poor in the second half. I think West Brom. The thing is, West Brom started out really well in the in the second half. Their passes were crisp. They were winning some fouls. Chelsea just kept more of the ball, and I think they just became accustomed to the game. So I think there was a lot of luck that fell Chelsea's way. But yeah, my man of the match. That is a really tricky one. I'll have to look at the team. Yeah, let me have a look at the team sheet and let me decide on a man of the match because um, it would have to be. I mean, Mason Mount played really well. It would either be Callum Robinson or Mason Mount. Those guys were the goal scorers. Callum Robinson scored two. Mason Mount put one in. Kai Havertz, I would have given that to him, but no, I don't think he was. Cesar Azpilicueta came on and changed the game a lot. But yeah, Callum Robinson played really well. What about you guys? Who are some of the man of the match nominations in the chat? Let me see some man of the match nominations. Let's see if we can get some man of the match nominations in. Yeah, who would you guys say is the man of the match? I'm very intrigued to see your guys' opinions. Yeah, whilst we wait for some suggestions for man of the match, I just want to thank you all for joining this live stream. I want to thank you all for being here. Every single person that has joined the live stream. I think we've had a new personal high of 10 concurrent viewers, which was, when I saw that double figures come, it was amazing. So thank you all, thank all you for being here. It's always nice to see everybody in here. It's been very interactive today. So thank you all for being here. I guess we have no man of the match. As we have no man of the match suggestions, so I think we'll leave the live stream here. This has been the game. West Bromwich Albion 3, Chelsea 3. Thank you all for being here. This has been Reese from the Average Pundits. Make sure you subscribe. Help us on the road to 100 subscribers. Go follow us on Twitter at Pundits Average and our Instagram at just the Average Pundits. If you want to get in contact with us to get onto the podcast, please come and be our guest. Hit us on the email averagepundits@outlook.com. And thank you all for joining me. So yeah, I have been Reese from the Average Pundits, and I'll see you next time.